Who needs it? Everybody got it? Guests included? Jay, you good?
Okay. So we'll call Andy. You all set? Okay, we're calling the meeting to order at 7:18. We do have a quorum. All the minutes in the past have been disseminated to you. The last meeting we did have a quorum. With that in mind, there are no minutes to approve. Correspondence, as I've stated, correspondence since we've met has been virtually non-existent. Probably the most important thing going affects first responder operations. Second, letters have been sent out to different agencies. Second, response request for information. Letters have been sent out to the following agencies. Here's the letter. In an attempt to update our files, the New York State Department of Health, Bureau of Emergency Medical Services, and the trauma system has reviewed our records for basic life support first response agencies. This review is to ensure that the department has current legal information on entities for which the state of New York is issuing EMS training reimbursement funds, including the CME recertification program for which the department has a statutory responsibility. If your agency wishes to maintain your BMS Stats Agency Code, please complete the following forms. This is the second request that has gone out to the following agencies who, according to the Department of Health, as of March 4th, have failed to comply. Batavia Fire Department, City of Batavia Fire Department, Town of Carlton Fire Department, Elba DFD, Corfu FD, and Alabama FD. So, the chairs for those counties in which these agencies are located, my first question is, has anybody noticed by your EMS council or the coordinator's office? Anybody know?
Not that I'm aware of in Genesee.
I haven't got nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
I have a question regarding Genesee's. Now it says Batavia Fire Department specifically on there, and then it says the City of Batavia Fire Department after that. Now, is that from one of the old numbers and then a new number? Because you guys used to have an old certain
We've
number.
only got one notice.
You turned it in when Mercy took over, and you got your new BLSFR? Or is that the town of Batavia?
Town of Batavia is still on the books.
It doesn't say the town of Batavia
It's still
before
on
it,
the
so
books.
that might be why they're not getting it, too.
It also says-
So, right, but it's not specific enough because of the two, so
I think the key here
we
is
just might need
that
some confirmation from
Town
the
of
state. on
Batavia
that.
actually has an agency code, it's
Yeah.
still,
So, it very well could be theirs, or it could be hung up with the old numbering system and the new number that Batavia got when they did their most recent BLSFR package. That's what I'm wondering.
here's the bottom line.
You see what I mean, Lloyd?
Here's the bottom line. Bureau of Health
Not that they disagree.
will withhold your funds and cancel your CME program. So the suggestion is, if you think it's you, you better take a look at it. I'm
Well-
not saying it's you, but
Well, no, I can answer on the city, on behalf of the city, because I did that one. We recently had our chief retire, and kind of got dead-ended there. When we got about a week away from the deadline, I called, I don't remember the gentleman's name at the bottom of the letter in Albany. He said, take 2 to 3 more weeks, he says, and email me it directly. That was on February 21st, 22nd that I talked to him. So, we're making the thing, it was just kind of got dead-ended with a chief.
well, my concern is you don't get screwed.
Yeah, well, we should have, it should be probably within the week, it was just, one of the things.
What about Carlton or Elba? Anybody know anything about those?
No, I'll reach out to them.
Carlton reps is
Alabama.
but, we can follow up with Carlton.
You're gonna take care of Alabama?
I'll take care of it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, nobody is, I'm sure, so.
County chairs to follow up.
County chairmen are gonna take this and run with the ball. What I would suggest then is at the end of the meeting, if the county chairs would come up front. You guys, hang on. The county chairs at the end of the meeting would stay back for a minute, get a copy of both letters. Get a copy of both letters. So we'll do that. Since the last meeting, as far as correspondence was concerned, we got the standard applications notifying us who was going to start a course and when they were going to start a course. All the courses have been well underway for over 2 months now. So the filings were made. Other than that, I don't have any correspondence. So that's the end of the correspondence. Treasurer's report.
Okay, you have the bills out there for the last quarter, for the fourth quarter of this year, totaling $7,646.77. The balance left in our account is $1,851.81, and while we'll submit the requests for payment that are along with the other ones, we won't see any funds until the Gateway project's complete. They have a copy of the contract, but they will not pay us anything until that portion of it is done. So they're just holding back the funds because I had talked with them, I think before our last meeting, and she said, we just can't pay them until everything is, all I's are dotted, T's are crossed. And
who's taking care of Gateway?
I'm working on the Gateway. I've done the Gateway twice. If there was somebody in here who would like to do it, they're more than welcome to. I'm on the 3rd try.
Sean, quick question.
yes,
What does our contract run? What month? From April to
it
April?
runs April 1st to March 31st. But they want all our receipts in and submitted by the 10th. So
Do
they
you
have to have
do you remember offhand what we had left over at the end of last year?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, I think we were in the black though, right?
I think we
had
had-
to get rid of money.
Yeah, we ended up real close. Last year, we ended up relatively close because we were scrambling for people to buy things
Yes.
and get rid of it. So I know, like, Niagara got stuff.
I'm just saying.
We got a laptop.
You got the laptop. You know, people saying they wanted stuff, so we just made sure we got it to spend the funds.
But it was tough. I remember there was scrambling going on.
Yeah.
Treasurer's report?
Yeah.
You all done?
Yeah.
You don't want to further comments on the treasurer's report? Okay, let's move into the county reports. Orleans County, do you have anything you'd like to report? Genesee County, do you have anything you'd like to report?
The only thing we had, you know, which everyone's aware of, but I know we didn't bring up at the last one, was the line of duty death with the EMS. Barry Miller, who was involved in an accident, lost his life that day. Burgeon's ambulance at that point was taken out of service. As of a week or so ago, they've since put their new ambulance back in service. I know the county at the time, you know, reached out to Monroe County, Roger from City Fire, looking for how to run a line of duty death. The county has no honor guard within the county, and at that time it spurred a lot of interest. The Oakfield Fire Department has since put together a core group of 5 members that are dedicated, at least for the Oakfield Fire Department, have formed an honor guard for our department and hoping to spread that countywide. So most,
Go ahead, I was just gonna ask a question.
I was just gonna say, most likely at the next battalion meeting in March, we're gonna try to ask for anyone within our county that's looking to form their individual fire department's honor guard to stop by, and we can try to funnel information to them. so that's all I got for.
FASD has a great resource tool for that too. And it talks about the line of duty death, but it also talks about members that die not during the line of duty and what the fire department could do, should do, shouldn't do.
Yes.
So if you get a hold of them,
Yeah,
they will send you the booklets out, so it's probably about that thick. So, and that way each county or each department can share the resources there. That happened here in 2000.
Niagara County, anybody have anything to contribute from Niagara County? The only thing I can contribute is basically that on the last Saturday in January, we had our EMS day. It was successful again. There were about 85 people in attendance. CMEs were awarded for that date. Subsequent to that, we've done a CLI, initial CLI course, which concluded in February with a total of 28 students in attendance. So we get a lot of new CLIs that were thrown out there to complete their program. So those were both highly successful from that standpoint. Anybody else? Okay, program agency report. Program agency report has been available up front. Please take a minute or two to take a look at it. Andy is here. After a couple of minutes, Andy's going to come in and bring across some highlights that he'd like to bring to your attention.
Just did some trainings in that, letters of intent for some credential stuff. Just a big one for the nasal naloxone out there. Just a reminder that all BLSFR and BLS agencies and law enforcement, we can provide free naloxone for you guys. We do the same thing for Niagara Falls Fire, so we supply them with Narcan. They give us reporting forms. We give them new Narcan back, so you guys don't have to pay for it because it's pretty much like $70 a pop now. Just get a hold of me. You can set this up with your department. We just have to provide the training for your department, and we can supply the naloxone for you guys. And then just another thing is CPAP, the BLS CPAP. If you've taken a look at it, if your agency was interested, there is an issue with the samples and procedures document. I guess it says in there that there's a REMAC approved exam. There is none. I've been trying to get a hold of like Dr. Clemency or Dr. Walters, see what they have to say about it, but I guess there is none. And then of course REMAC Skills is coming up. July 1st is the deadline to be submitted to the program agency, and we're going to be trying to set up some REMAC preceptor classes throughout the whole Big Lakes region to get some more REMAC preceptors going. And that's about it.
Do we have any questions for the program agency? Andy's been really reaching out and doing a pretty good job of trying to do classes where anybody's been asking for classes. It's been a pretty good resource. He helped us get our website up and running. Those of you that are looking for the website, it's there, it's up and running. I'm going to throw this again back to the county chairs. If you would put together, I know some of you got them to me today and yesterday, if you would put together a list of who your members are, push it to Andy. Andy will set it up under your county so that the people you represent will know who you are. The second thing that I would ask for, and I think it would go a long distance to bring this back down to the individual, is that when you have a meeting, your individual county has their EMS council meeting, that you take a copy of those minutes and you send those minutes to Andy so that Andy can post those minutes. The whole idea is to try to get this back to the local guy on the street. So those are things that I'm asking the county chairs to coordinate directly with Andy. That's not something that the chairman of this group should have to babysit. Just feed the information to him.
I had a question, is there any CLI updates? We couldn't make yours, we were out of town, but I have 3 guys that need it by the end of the year. Are there any proposed that you know of?
As far as with us in there, no. Before the end of this year, or
Well, I'm sure for the end of the year.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, I know we're
At this time, we don't have any of them scheduled. I don't know if
The way the funding is scheduled on that, and Andy, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, the way the funding is scheduled on that, unless you have 12 people, you lose your shirt. You lose your shirt, and that's the problem. That's why we try to do one every year and try to do either a CIC, which we did do towards the end of last year, and a CLI sometime during the middle of the year, and we just finished the one CLI. Now, you don't have to go to a course instructor update. You can take the whole course over again and have it count.
And I can be able to do things.
But, you know, those are different ways that you can approach that. Okay, State Council. I was at State Council last week. It was pretty interesting. I sit on the State EMS Council, on the Education Committee, and I sit on the Finance Committee now. We'll start with the State Education Committee. One of the goals that I had put together about 4 or 5 years ago was to push us over to the national standard curriculum. And if you remember, roughly 3.5 years ago, we were able to get that through. One of the other goals I've been working on with a couple of individuals, including a representative for Erie County over the years, is we needed to do something about the credentialing exam. At this last council meeting, 3 resolutions were introduced. I'd like to say I've introduced the resolutions. We have been discussing this for probably pretty close to a year. The 85 requirement on the exam to be a CIC or a CLI is gone. All that is required now is a passing grade. The requirement to take the exam every 3 years is also gone. Going forward, starting with the May exam, which I think you're too late to sign up for. This is the last week for it. But starting with the May exam, everybody that's a CLI or a CIC will take the same exam. It will be an educational exam. It will be a 50-question exam based upon basic principles in education. So all of a sudden, you know, some people are going to go, oh my God, this is going to be this is going to be that. Not to panic. First thing is that the state, the last I knew, it's not all there yet, is going to post on their website. And you got to be very careful with this. For some crazy reason, when you go to look for it, they told us you have to go to the vital signs link. There will be a module that will help you to prepare for your exam. You should work yourself through the module, familiar yourself with it. They are also looking to schedule additional training modules to help people that may be a little concerned or not concerned. There is a textbook that you can buy. It's a couple hundred pages long. It's printed, I believe the title afterwards if you want it. I have it on my iPhone. It's Principles in EMS Education. Now, The test itself is a 50-question test. You take it once. You have to get a 70. So the next question becomes, what happens if I fail it? You take it again. The question becomes, what happens if I fail it again? They will be putting together another module to remediate you. Question. I just renewed my instructor's credentials for 3 years. Do I have to take the exam again? The answer to that is you have to take it before the 3 years expires. Next question. Well, what if I want to get it out of the way so that I can take it 27 times before it runs out, in case I need to do it? If I take it and fail it, and I have currently a CIC or CLI certification, will it negate my existing certification? No. You're not going to take anything away from anybody. But going forward, you have to pass it. How many times do I have to pass it? Once. I'm a paramedic, and I've been teaching basics because I have not wanted to take the exam again for fear that I'm not going to score in the 85. For fear of not getting an 85. If you take this exam and you're a paramedic, you can teach at any level you want. If you're a basic, it only follows you can only teach what? Basics. So it's pretty liberal. Let me add the other thing. The material that was used to create the exam, I had an opportunity to go help write the exam. I didn't do that. The state did, however, tell us that the exam was based upon the module they published, and it is based upon the curriculum for the CLI program and the CIC program. And according to them, if you know that material, then you should have no problems at all. The CLI curriculum, we've been working on rewriting that for the last year and a half. I have the new CLI curriculum. I have the new slides. It's a little different. It's been a little more fine-tuned. All in all, if you put a little study effort into this, and I've talked with those that have written the exam, I have some friends that have done that, took part in writing that exam. All in all, you shouldn't have a problem. Understanding that some people have test anxiety and all the other issues associated with it. You're looking for the book. See me afterwards. I'll show you what it looks like. You can buy the book anywhere from $78 to $300. Depends upon what you want and who you buy it from. So that was probably the most significant part of that meeting. So, you were there. Did I forget anything?
No.
Did I make any mistakes?
No.
Okay. So it was a good meeting. We came a long way with that. Okay, the other meeting I sat on that I was appointed to is the Finance Committee meeting, the Finance Committee. Those of you that have been in this business, and I go back roughly 35 years in training, know that in that 35-year history, those of you that have run program agencies or course sponsors, you know that the amount of money you've gotten, I think it's gone up $50 maybe in 30 years. Maybe, I think it was 635 years ago. for a basic course. Quite frankly, there is no money. There is no money. Well, they said there is money. Yeah. The health department this year will get what they've gotten for the last 5 years. And actually, that's not a true statement. They've been getting $16.1 million. Their funding was supposed to be $25 million, but they've only been getting $16.1 million for the last 5, even though they're approved for 25. This year, they decided that they're going to get 60. They can spend $16 million. So basically, there is no money for an increase in anything. The program agency, you guys have been fixed for, I'm going to guess, 10 years.
That's the beginning.
Since the beginning, which is a lot more than 10 years. Now, those of you who know me that know that I really don't like to sit still and not say, why not? Let's change. How can we make this different? What can we do? The state health department, for the most part, their employees, their hands are tied. The governor's office comes over and says, this is what you're getting, and this is what it is. I don't see anybody starting a riot. I don't see anybody protesting it or doing anything. So, as long as that continues, there's never going to be any more money in the pot. Now you got to understand that that money that's in that pot, that $16 million, is not just for education. It goes for everything else that the Bureau of EMS does. And just like everybody else, cost of living, wages go up, it just keeps on shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. So, a suggestion is, anybody has an idea on how to approach the governor's office to get more money for funding for education, or more money for EMS? Somebody needs to do something, or it's not going to change. It's not going to change. I believe at this point in time, Erie County Community College, their medic program at one point in time was a couple of $1,000s. Now, Jay, do you know how much it is now?
It's under 5, but it's close to like the $4,000 to $5,000.
Okay, so the students are being charged this tuition. The only thing that is being mandated, in the statute, is EMT basic funding. So all of you here that are core sponsors, the day could come that, guess what? There's no funding for ALS courses. I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow, but it could happen a year from now, it could happen 2 years from now. They are mandated to pay for EMT basic. That's it. So, keep it in mind, possible course of action. If you got any ideas as to where you want to go. EpiPens, many people across the state of New York have signed up for the EpiPen project. And working with the program agency and the REMAC, there's a policy, there's a procedure, there's forms, there's training, there's everything under the sun. Do not throw out your Epi auto injectors. Do not throw out your Epi auto injectors. There's a little controversy going on regarding keeping them on the rigs. You have to remember, this is a demonstration project only. Demonstration, pilot project, same damn thing. Okay? Now, what if you threw them out? I wouldn't say too much about it. It's a dilemma. There's a little thing in the instructions that said you had to get rid of all of them.
Yes, you gotta take them off the rig before you put theirs on.
I know that. So, it's a little bit of a controversy in there. So if you haven't gotten rid of them, don't get rid of them. Don't get rid of them. If you got rid of them, I wouldn't go out and buy them, but I wouldn't wave the red flag. They're trying to figure out, it's something we're not talking about. Okay? So if you haven't thrown them out, don't throw them out. That was that part. We were listed in the cons section. We've done a ton of cons. And that's really something that's propelled us into the forefront for the most part. We came from a fumbling position many years ago, pretty good on the cons. There is a con that's going to be coming forward. The State Health Department listed it. It hasn't come to us yet, and it may not come to us for many years. And that's basically the con that will be associated with Twin City Ambulance in regards to their transfer of ownership as a result of the death of their owner. Not coming. I talked to the health department afterwards to see if we could get prepared. They said it could be months to years. But down the road, we will need a con committee. Every county here has experienced a con. Every county here has one or two people who are experienced in handling con. So we should be well prepared for that. For the most part, that pretty much summed it up. It was a relatively quick meeting. It was relatively short. If you are considering nominating anyone for a state award, you need to get your nomination in to the state by the 1st of May. Questions? Any comments from anybody that was there? I'm not perfect, I may have missed something, but for the most part, those are the highlights. I was sick for the December meeting, but if you go online, you can look the minutes up. Over the course of the last year and a half, there's been all kinds of talk, rumors, everything under the sun regarding the level 3. If you read the transcript from the December meeting, you will find at the very beginning that Lee Burns starts out with a statement regarding the phone calls and comments that she's received for or regarding the continuation or the abolishment of the level 3 or the CC, if you would rather refer to it as that. And basically, her comments are this: it's not going anywhere. It's there. It's staying. So, you heard that from the front of the horse. It's in the transcript. So that's put to bed for, I think, a few years. There are too many parts of the state of New York that are dependent upon that. And it would have a large impact. Takes care of that. No questions? Any questions? All right, let's move on to committees, bylaws, nothing I'm aware of. Public awareness, nothing on training and education. Old business. Any old business? The only comment that I'd like to make there, and it'll fit either under old business or new business, is that there are several core sponsorships that expire on the 30th of June. Several. Those notices were put out by the State Health Department, I believe, in December. Those of you that have core sponsorships expiring, if you did the short form the last time, it's time for the long form.
There's 2 expiring. There's 3.
There's several,
But by 6:30, when is?
by 6/30/16. So if you have a core sponsorship that expires by 6/30/16, you need to get it in soon. And please take a look at the state's website, because the forms have changed a little bit. Okay? Remember, it has to be both an electronic version, and I believe 3 copies. It's quite definitive. And if it's long form, you got a lot of work. Department of Health also sent out letters, we were not copied here at the council, to a random sampling of core sponsors across the state of New York, telling them that they need to, or they would like them to review and submit a copy of their updated termination policy regarding students. There was a random sampling, you didn't get it,
We
because you
got
have a
it.
problem.
We
There
got
were
it.
several that got it. They shotgunned the state of New York. I can't tell you how they picked it, but they put it across. I can tell you it was not as a result of the program up here, it was a result of the program in the Albany area. So, you got canvas, I think you had until the 15th of March to send it in.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
to
put it in by the 15th of March. Okay. Questions, comments? Good. Moving right along. At our caucus, we had a discussion regarding the establishment of a permanent office or offices as required by the state health department. That'll be another requirement that has to be fulfilled before they send you any money to. So, with that in mind, is there anybody that would like to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
What's a motion?
Then we throw it back to our executive council to come up with brainstorming session, come up with some best case scenarios for offices, either virtual or physical, to satisfy the state's request
To establish an office.
to establish an office.
Second.
I was gonna say something.
She beat you.
No, I wasn't gonna second, actually, I was gonna ask a question.
Well, first we have to have a second.
Okay.
So now
Wait,
you're gonna
second.
say.
Second.
Executive committee and stuff, all these committees,
Mhm.
do they get redone each year? I
Yep.
mean, cause we skipped elections for 2016, cause all the meetings have been canceled?
Elections for 2016 are tonight.
Okay, and then do you set new executive committees, cause people have changed, or how
That is
does that
correct.
work? Okay,
You're going to be.
so we're saying executive committee, but we don't know who those members are yet.
Right.
Okay, that's what I
That should be relevant,
Okay,
right?
yeah, I was just wondering.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Let's put, I say, gotta move on this. Our next meeting would be next month. Is this a special meeting because we put the meeting before this off, just like we did the year before? April seems too short.
It is.
May. Actually, no, it'll be June. June. Target date, June. Okay. Well, if we don't have any other old business, we don't have any other new business, the last thing that we have left for the evening are the election of officers. And we had asked John, and I had sent out an email at least once, asking for people that were interested in positions, and I had given John a list of what we had.
Did anybody send me any emails that wanted to run for the big cheese, the little cheese, and the treasurer? Okay, because I didn't get any. All right?
No, but we've
No.
always done
You
nominations
have
off
to
the
take
floor.
nominations from the floor.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
always take.
Oh,
He had
okay.
asked anyone to, and,
John, I thought I told him I was good for vice chair, but.
yeah,
Somebody wants to
yes,
come
but
up
no,
with the
no, no, I'm just talking about emails.
Okay, okay.
He
no,
just,
no, I didn't.
yes, I didn't get any, yes, you're,
Okay, all right.
Sean, you're good too, huh? Look at you, you're good looking, man. And you, I don't know.
It's your show.
Okay, we are looking for nominations.
Hang on one second. One second, one second.
Hey,
All right.
you
hang
can't
on.
like start me and stop me.
Okay,
No stop.
the new board out of the Constitution, or whatever you want to call it, will consist of 7 members. The positions are chairman, vice chairman, treasurer, 3 trustees, 1 from each county, and a 4th trustee at large from any county. Okay. The 3 top positions have to be split between the 3 counties.
One of each, right? You just made
Top
that up?
3 commission, pardon?
You just made that up, didn't you?
No.
Is that in the bylaws, Sean?
I know we've had
I
it in the
didn't see
past.
it.
I-
It's supposed to be, but doesn't
I
have
didn't
to.
see
I think
it.
it should be. The whole point behind it is
I
to
just looked at it.
try, you know, so not
Yeah.
everything's earmarked in a particular county.
You don't want it out.
Because you wanna try to
Yeah,
make
spread it
sure there's
around.
representation everywhere.
I'm good with
So
that.
it's the goal to do that, yes.
We've done that for the last 15 years.
Yeah, I think I've been here that long, yeah. I think it's more than 50.
I don't know. I'm not 15.
I know it, you get old, you get forgetful.
There you go.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We are looking for nominations from the floor for the chair of Big Lakes. Any nominations? Anybody want to nominate anybody?
Nominate Wade Schwab, please.
Okay, anybody else? I'd like to nominate John Melanchuk.
Whatever.
Okay, so we have, is somebody writing this down? Yeah, Wade Schwab, John Melanchuk. Okay, going once. Any more nominations? Going twice? Anybody else?
Yeah, it's just short.
Okay, well,
Short hand.
yeah, but don't we need to get everybody?
Everybody get the
Somebody
docket
everybody.
first.
Now
Yeah.
you start,
Yeah, let's get everybody.
you
well,
gotta
you
make
better,
sure.
you better start and do nominations, because otherwise you could have, let's say Wade wins,
Yeah,
then you
can
got
nominate.
Sean,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh, that's.
all right, so we
Yeah,
need
I
to,
didn't think of
yes,
that.
okay.
So we vote on each
We
one.
have to vote on the chair of Big Lakes. And we're doing this, not roll call, just say,
You gotta
Diane?
do, you gotta
oh,
do,
we're gonna do.
you have to do a
ballot.
ballot because we
Right.
did the last time and you have to just
Yeah.
seal them all when you're done and they have to be
You gotta make a
All right.
motion to
signed out.
Sean,
I'll get
bring
some.
it on, Seaver Jobs.
No, let me.
You gotta write it on the board.
What's that?
Write it on the board.
Your handwriting's like.
You're better, your writing's probably better than ours. But you gotta make sure who can vote and who can't vote. Get the ballots.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, it does show, I think, that even if you're 20 years, nobody would.
Did you ask the third? I asked you for once, twice, and then I was interrupted on third.
Okay, all right then. I just want to make sure it's all right. Yeah.
Legal, big.
Yeah, Robert's
I can see nothing more than me. I just worry about it.
Why is that?
We're huge, I'll split it.
Now it's time to go low.
Now they legalized it.
Time to go low.
How many voting members do we have tonight? Yeah, you pass it on ballots or?
Is that the official list you're done?
I'm gonna nominate you. Well, you might not be able to.
Got it, yeah, it's gonna be on the upper.
Trustee right here.
Yeah, for as long as you need questions.
I don't have
Are we into this for all the elections, or are we ripping them
Just
into
one.
that?
Okay, I can if it would.
I got more.
Yeah, we got more too.
It's your show. That's what you
All right,
It's very
okay,
easy.
this is the Three Stooges show. You know?
And what's it? We're voting chairman.
No, I know. So, that doesn't mean Tom is Tom, we don't have you on the list as a voting member?
No, Tom is the voting member.
Okay.
No, he's just filling in.
I'm just making sure, I'm trying to match up president, oh, we got signatures.
Where's your signature?
Oh, he's got it. No, he's not a voting member. No.
Hey, who's the Niagara County, the Niagara County rep right now?
Yeah, really.
No, alternates.
Of course you did.
I'm here because my captain told me.
I was going to say, I was asking him to raise his hand. I just asked him if he's coming.
Sean, did you guys get there? Our updated list? Just making sure.
Is it?
Yes.
Did you really do the thing?
You put the mask on and thing?
Voting members here. 22 voting members. We got 6 from Genesee, 6 from Niagara, 10 from Orleans.
Hey, Sean, can I have you count these? You check?
So I mean,
I got, hey,
No, not yet.
we have 13 partners or organizations.
Then you gotta
I'm
count.
not looking, I swear.
And then, 15 well, 10 of them are
I'm gonna
primary.
give you these to Star County.
Primary's not there.
And we got, I have everyone too.
I just went through.
I've got everybody's ballot, right? They're absent.
I'll count it. I think you're just throwing them out. Count the others.
I'm just gonna count, throw them in.
So, yeah.
You good?
You need me to count those or not?
You can double count them that way.
You haven't seen my check.
Yeah, I'm actually on duty.
My area.
Yeah, I know. I should have took tonight off and then got contacted. There you go. Why? Hey, you wanted to meet us? Well, I can't. That's what I mean.
But then, once he brought it up, he did have an issue.
Yeah, I'm talking to him. Oh, okay. We probably weren't thinking, we started putting everything out, we were doing part of it. Then we did, we went to our classes, we just had.
Who is the county trustee right now? He's a trustee here.
Yeah. He comes. Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
He is. I've seen, I'm only an alternate, and I've seen.
The guy don't spend a lot of time on it, you know? Oh, no, that'd be great. Great for you.
He runs the county meeting.
It'd be great for me, I mean, I wasn't public in the last couple of years, but.
Well, the other.
No, whatever.
Yes. But was that because Andrew's retiring? Plus, we're running for training, isn't that the other issue? But I think you wanted to send more training money to certain. Oh, it's like,
I like that.
oh, that's right.
We got 24 votes.
I knew this would. Well, the last, we did this the last time too. The problem was, you had to have everyone raise their hand, who the voting were, and we had to hand out a ballot to those people. And that was it.
Somebody voted that shouldn't vote. Too many?
We have 22 voting.
And I get the going.
It's against the law.
Those are my notes. You need more?
Yeah, well, McGovern did.
Some of the papers, like, here's the rest of those. You gotta read it over. All right.
Yeah, wait, I'm sorry.
I'll hand one out.
Find out what it's.
You just voted and shouldn't have voted?
Yep. We're gonna start with Genesee.
Just hand him a ballot.
Yep. Rick Burnett, I know who you are. Sean Donovan.
No, come on.
No, he's gonna hand him out.
How do we end up with one extra?
He's gonna hand them
No,
out.
we had 2 extra ballots.
Two extra, how's that happen?
I don't know. So, all right, John Duran, he was excused tonight, right? I saw an email from him. Wade Schwab. Deb Squires.
Yeah.
I already voted.
Oh, okay, give me
Well,
that.
no, yeah. That one can go there.
Okay.
That's just.
Craig Williams, excused, right?
Yep.
Tim Yeager, excused. Bob Youngflesh. There's a bald theme running amongst you guys in Tennessee County. Deb Taylor is next. Chuck Dodson, excused. Tom Douglas, guest, not on the list from Bob.
Correct.
All right, John Kerry. Here. Greg Colangelo, excused, right?
Yeah, I'm the alternate.
Cheryl Confer. John Frazalone.
Thank you.
Greenwald, excused. Posey, excused, correct? Richard Kozak. Pretty good on. Keith Lapham, excused. John Melanchuk. David Magus. Luca. Elaine. Jonathan Schultz, excused. Chad Shepard. Excused. Jonathan McKnight. Andrew Knoll. I did pronounce that right, correct? Dale Banker.
I'll try it again. See how many hands up with this back.
Steve Cooley, 1 ballot for myself. Mike Fuller.
Yeah, before the Chad.
Kristen McAdoo, excuse. John Miller. Justin Niederhopper, excuse. Charles Prentice. Jason Spencer. Terry Bentley, excuse. Lori Schwab. Al Chevrier. Al Chevrier. You are an alternate, and you are here tonight because you are short on members. Do not replace anyone specific person. Matt Jackson. Sue Maslin.
Working.
Don? Mosher. Barb Morlino. Excused. There are no other voting member present on my list. Any other voting members that did not get a ballot? Anybody who thinks they should be a voting member?
And how many are on that list?
22 that we counted. I will go through right now and do a double count.
We had 24 ballots last time.
4, 5, 6. 6 from Genesee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 from Niagara. Niagara is John Carey, Cheryl Confer, John Frosimo, Richard Kozak, Elaine Roman, Luca Qualiano, Andrew Knoll. Is there anybody from Niagara that has a ballot in their hand that I did not call?
Did you call Malchuk? You did not call him.
No, you didn't.
Because he's, oh yeah, Melichuk, because he didn't sign in. Oh boy.
So that's only off by one.
There's one culprit.
So there's one.
So Niagara's 7.
Niagara
Is
7.
now 7.
So that's 23.
We were close. A checkbook for a black person.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Now, so we're square with Niagara. Let's go to Orleans and make sure. I have 10 from Orleans. H. Dale Banker.
Yes.
Myself. Mike Fuller.
Yes.
John Miller.
Yes.
Chuck Prentice.
I'll answer for him.
Oh, I didn't
Say aye.
I'm deaf.
Aye. 8. White.
3, 4, 5, 6.
5.
Jason Spencer makes 6. Lori Schwab makes 7. Al Chevrier makes 8. Matt Jackson makes 9. Don Mosher makes 10.
Okay, so our total should be 23.
23.
All right, is everybody done filling out their ballots?
Yeah, count them as you get them. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6,
the Common Core man.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
And then you
Now, I'm going to come up here. We're at 21.
Wait, stop.
Malachuk was on the list twice, I think, you said. But he only got one ballot. So, probably right.
23,
23 and
24.
24.
Right.
Okay. I call shenanigans. We're done.
Wait.
He's got to remember, he's an alternate. We
Yes.
count here.
Okay, because I don't think you counted 10.
You see why it's so much easier just to raise your hand?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but then nobody will know.
Okay.
Well, wait, hang on. Maybe they miscounted that.
No, we're double checking.
You give me an extra one.
I gave you 1, 2, 3, 4. I gave you 4.
We're very organized.
What do you mean?
Table captain is.
I think you're voting twice. You're the guy with the ballots.
Now that's, again, let me look in your eyes.
Me, not.
Jason doesn't tell. Bob Kluge doesn't. So you got Andrew Noel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And wonder how we run business here.
We don't.
24.
So I was right the first time, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's counting them again.
Niagara has 8 now.
Which pile you want to
Oh,
use?
Niagara is 8.
And we started with them with 7.
All right, we're gonna use, are we
Actually,
gonna
we
use?
started them with 6 without one signature, so there was a miscount once.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna count the ones I'm holding?
These throw, yeah.
Because those are done.
So, as a
Get rid of
suggestion
those.
for the next time, there's a list for voting members and a list for non-voting member guests. Separate lists.
Okay. Why don't you throw those out?
These are just blanks.
Oh,
Those are all blanks
Those are all
for
blank.
upcoming
We're gonna try this again. now.
24 ballots.
I have 24 here.
Okay.
Try this again.
Who's doing our treasurer? Are you our treasurer?
I like
I knew I couldn't do that.
Just think, you got Alright, so we were right the first.
Yes,
Yeah, I know, we were right the first
That's
time.
fine, but you know what, I'd rather,
Yeah,
That's
double
okay.
check.
All right, so we know we're gonna need 24. Nobody leaves until we're done. It's not that funny. You know, I'd be halfway home by.
I might have 7:30 tomorrow morning. You guys take as long as you want.
that's on tape too.
Do that, you get fired. Oh, 24.
Watch out.
Shut up, Tom.
It looks like it's what, 12 each?
That's what we talked about even though.
Nine John Malinchuk, 15 Wade.
Let's give Wade a applause. Should we proceed? Huh?
Or condolences.
You know what? This office will make you grow hair, don't you worry. Look at what it did for John's hair. All right, hey, we're gonna take nominations for vice chair. I presently have Mr. Cooley as a nominee for vice chair. Is there any other nominations for vice chair? Going once. Nominations for vice chair. Going twice. Nominations for vice chair. We're done with vice chair. I make a motion that one person casts a ballot so that we can just, a show of hands for vice chair Cooley, who is running unopposed. Is that something we can do? We just have to have one vote for
You
you?
have to have, usually it's the secretary who casts one ballot, for the secretary, so you'd have to go to the chair who casts one ballot.
Okay. The current chair right now, or the new chair?
Current chair.
Current chair.
Current chair.
All right, you cast one ballot for Mr. Cooley?
That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Cooley is vice chair.
Thank you.
Now, you didn't talk to me, Sean. You never said nothing,
Because, you know,
so I'm
on
gonna
that
call
minute.
for nominations, okay?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
The question is, this will give us an uneven balance in county representation.
You get,
Okay, well,
you gotta look for someone in.
Niagara County.
Niagara.
Or the-
He's Orleans.
all right, does anybody want to nominate someone from Niagara County to be the treasurer?
Is anyone interested?
I'll take it.
Don't, huh?
I'll take it.
All right,
Cheryl?
Cheryl? Raise your hand, Cheryl, so you know who Cheryl is.
okay,
How many
I
names?
know
There was
Cheryl
another
Conver
hand
with
here.
Tri-Town Ambulance.
okay. Who else? Cheryl? Anyone else for Treasurer. We need someone from Niagara County for treasurer.
John, did you raise your hand?
No.
Okay, because your hand went up and then I
No,
saw
no,
yours,
I was
and then
gonna-
Cheryl's
I
went up.
I'm not saying that you did. No.
Sorry,
No.
I thought you wanted help. Oh.
All right, it looks like, any more nominations for treasurer? Going once.
I withdraw.
Now you still have
Okay.
one,
Yeah,
All right.
Cast the
I'm
ballot.
sorry.
secretary needs to cast one ballot.
We have one nomination for treasurer.
Right.
That's correct.
Going once,
We'll make a
going
motion to
twice,
disclaim after the amendment.
going 3 times. Make a motion for the chair to cast a
Cast
ballot.
one ballot for Cheryl Conley.
All right, Cheryl is our new treasurer. Congratulations, Cheryl. Okay, hey, we have 3 trustees. We need one from Niagara, Orleans, and Genesee County. I'm looking for a nomination for a trustee from each county.
I'd like to nominate Kristen McAfee, also known as Kristen Marshner, for Orleans County.
We have one nomination for Orleans County. Any more nominations for Orleans County? Anybody want to make, go once, twice, 3 times? Okay. We need one for,
Make a motion that ballot is cast.
well, let's get our 3. Should we get our 3 or not? No.
One at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time.
Okay, all right.
Make a motion.
Christina is running on unopposed. We have a motion on the floor.
Motion.
Where's Christina?
She's not here.
She's not here? I spoke to her, she accepted.
How do I know?
You wanna look at the text? She had another meeting tonight.
Okay. All right, is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The Italians not trusting the Irish guys.
I wonder why. You know, we came up with the Jameson.
Yeah. I'm sure, so we didn't take over the world.
Okay, we need a trustee for Genesee and Niagara County. Any nominations for Genesee or Niagara County?
Nominate Sean.
Sean is a nomination for Genesee County. Okay, any other nominations for Genesee County?
Nope.
Going once, twice. There's someone right there. Oh, no, you were just looking at your phone, okay. All right, go on 3 times. We
Make the
have,
nominations be closed for Genesee County. Secretary, Chair,
cast the ballot.
Chair cast one.
Ballot is cast.
Okay, Sean, congratulations, you're still in it, man. You're still winning. All right, now, the tough part. We need a nominee for Niagara County. Any nominations for treasurer?
For treasurer.
Trustee. You like that? Listen, started with a T. What was in that?
John Malinchuk.
Okay, we have a nomination from John Malinchuk as a trustee for Niagara County.
And Luca Quagliano's interested too.
Okay, Luca? Any other nominations for Niagara County trustee? Going once, going twice, 3 times the charm. We have 2 nominees for Niagara County, and we are going to vote. We need 24 ballots.
Do I hear 26?
No.
Good, we got some, at least we got some honest people from the fall.
We've got
No, you didn't hear me.
Gotta be the fat.
Said at least I found some honest people from the fall.
We're going to buy a house.
Oh, no, she
We just lost another one.
Actually, don't just the Niagara County people.
Well, is there something? I don't think, let me know.
Is it only Niagara County people?
Typically, that's the way it goes. It's by county by county.
So, Niagara County, raise your hand.
Niagara County people raise their hands, they're the only ones that vote.
Yep.
Oh, we're the only ones that vote?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's representing your county.
Yes, it's our county.
It's how it
Yeah.
normally goes.
Cooley,
It's only the.
Cooley.
Here, it's only Niagara
I know,
County.
I'm picking them up from only the Niagara County folks. I caught that coming back through.
You're good, man.
Niagara? What are these big ears for?
Only the trustee. Why are the big city voting for their members? At large, we can vote. I'm for at large.
Tigers.
This
Everybody
is,
can vote at
we're
large.
already in Jack Area, so
I have my own
Yes, I wouldn't for
Niagara County.
everybody else voting on it.
So from Niagara County, we got that written down in registration.
Oh, and
Hold on.
It's the same thing.
Hey, now you don't have no pressure.
eight, that's right, that's what you should have, eight. Hey, yes, let's drink now. Niagara County contingent says, drink. Never took me to the barbecue place. I see. Is it?
What is it?
4-4. That's right, you had to.
We only had 8 and 9, I thought we had 9.
No, we had eight.
The problem is,
Yeah, but somebody didn't sign in?
4 and 4. 4 and 4.
4 and 4.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, 4 is 8.
We're gonna have to split the term, alternate odd and even months.
Make them arm wrestle.
Nah.
So are we gonna revote, or we don't?
But if you have the chair appoint one to the position and appoint the other one to the at-large.
Yeah, that's what we did
That's a good
before,
idea.
when, yeah, that happened
Yep.
before.
What's that mean?
At large?
Yes.
Is that agreeable with you?
It is with me, but is anybody else interested in the at-large position?
Yeah.
I don't wanna take anybody.
I'm happy. It's only Niagara County.
No,
No,
the other,
yeah,
It's either that or one.
Right, is there anybody from Genesee or Orleans that wants
Yeah, Laura.
Yeah,
the
large.
at-large spot?
That's it.
Going once,
Shall I do that quarter?
going twice,
Doesn't matter.
3 times,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
I'm gonna
we're,
flip a coin.
no.
Oh, yeah, I gotta call it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
for
flip
who
a
the
coin.
representative is.
Oh, which one's
Make
which?
sure it flips.
Yeah,
Don't
I
be,
feel like
don't
Super
do a
Bowl.
flat throw, man.
Alright. The elder guy gets to call it in the air. Ready?
Heads.
Tails.
What the hell's that mean?
Oh, what else is?
Your choice, your choice.
What do you want?
Pick or receive.
Kicker or
It's all, yeah,
For Niagara?
at large or Niagara County.
Or at large? Niagara. Okay,
Okay.
so Luca will be Niagara.
John's at my.
Alright. So, you wanna have John run through the other nominations for this board?
Playing poker. You're on one side.
Okay, the next meeting date will be the 2nd, Wednesday in April. Same time, same
13th.
split, same time, same place. Look for your notices to come to you, come from your new chair.
4/13. Here.
Motion to adjourn?
I make a motion.
Second.
And Debbie. Thank you for coming.
That was just a-
Yeah.